Just call me Tinkerbell, because today we have this fairy, ethereal, whimsical makeup look. Hi friends, I'm Caitlin. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Like I was just saying, it's on this fairy makeup look. So if you do want to see how to get this look and all the products that I use, then of course just carry on watching. But before we get started, if I could just please ask that you engage with the video in some sort of way, whether that's a like or a comment or both, I would really appreciate it. It tells YouTube that you essentially like my content and want to see more of it. I really appreciate any engagement. But with that being said, let's get started. I recently got this really cute top. It's almost given fairy vibes, whimsical, just really cute. And I really like the purple with the iridescent tones through it. And when I seen the colours together, I thought, oh, I could do a really whimsical fairy makeup look, taking most inspiration, I would say probably from Tinkerbell with her green dress, and then that's when I thought the purple could go really nice with the green. So that's basically the inspiration for today. I also got some of these gems from Amazon. There's some larger ones and then some smaller ones, so I thought that would even look nice maybe just under the brow bone for an extra little touch. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to prime my eyes first with this Essence concealer. It's the Silky Blur concealer in the shade 20. And then to set that in place, I'll take the Catrice Soft Blur My Airbrush powder. And then I think for today, I'm mainly going to use the Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette, which I'll just show you in a second. Essentially, it's my go-to for any colourful makeup look, because it has pretty much every colour that you could think of for a colourful makeup look. But then I've also got this one made by Mitchell, that has a really nice purple shade. It's a gorgeous pastel purple, so I might use that if I need to, just because I think I want it to be more of a pastel vibe for the eyeshadow instead of being like an intense purple. Yeah, so actually with that being said, as I was speaking about that, it then confirmed what I want to do in my head. So taking this Made by Mitchell Do You Want Some Milk palette and taking the really pretty pastel purple, it's in the shade Pearl, and I'm going to place this inner corner and just buff it up into the crease. I haven't used this eyeshadow palette before. I've used quite a few of the pastel shades, and you do really have to build up this colour, so just it might take you, if you are going to buy this palette, I do like it, but it does take quite a bit of colour sometimes depending on the shade to really build it up, so you'll probably have to go in with a good like 4 or 5 layers. And with this look, I think I probably will blend it right up into the brows, so just taking it even all the way up into here. And this is why I've not done my brows yet. I'm going to do the brows after I've done the whole eyeshadow look. I'm hoping the camera is picking up that colour, because it's definitely placed the purple shade. It's just really subtle and quite light because it is a pastel shade. So with that shade, I used this really fluffy brush. It's from the MAC. It's a MAC brush, and I can't see what it's actually called because I've had it for so long that the numbers have smudged out, but it's just essentially a really large blending brush. So taking one quite similar, this is a Zoeva 221, which is pretty similar to this MAC one. They're both big blending brushes. So taking this one on a deeper purple from the Beauty Bay palette, I'm taking this one here, which is called Living for Lavender, and I'm going to place this more on the middle to outer part of the eyelid and blend that into this shade. I am being really gentle with how much I'm picking up on my brush as well, because I don't want it to have as much pigment and impact as it can. I would rather, because it's more of a pastel look and a nice whimsical fairy light look, I would rather build up the pigment as much as I need it to, and it's easier then to blend out if I have put a little bit too much product down. And then I think I'll take one of these brushes from this Jordana Tica little brush set that I got, and just take this, again, a really big fluffy blending brush. This is the Jordana Tica E5 brush. And then take one of the green shades, and I'm not sure if I want to take this one or this one. Let me just swatch them. Yeah, I think it's probably going to have to be this one, I would say. It's more on the softer side, a bit more, yeah, I just feel like this is more, this is like a forest green, whereas this reminds me of more a Tinkerbell green, so I'll take that one, which is called Slice of Lime. And this is going mainly only on the outer part of the eye, but then I will blend it up into the purple just so there's a seamless blend. And I'm just going to really blend this out here, so it's more of a blown out look. Taking just a little bit of the green that we swatched along with the one that we just used, I just want to mix a little bit more green in there. This is what I've got so far. I think I'll do the lower lash line now, and I think I only want to maybe use the purple shades to really brighten up the eye. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm taking a more dense brush. This is a Zoeva 227 brush. It's the Luxe Soft Definer one. So in comparison to the other Zoeva brush we use, that's what they look like. This is more of a compact brush, whereas this is a blending brush. So I can still blend with this brush, but it does also allow me to pack the product on first, which applies more shadow and colour. So going back to the Made by Mitchell palette, and again taking the shade Pearl. I am going to take this quite low on this outer part of the eye as well. I think what's throwing me off about the eyeshadow is that in my head I was expecting or hoping for the green to be a little bit brighter, but I just feel like, but in this Beauty Bay palette, I wouldn't really say that they're super bright greens. They're more of mossy greens, forest green. But then what I don't want to happen is take this one from the Made by Mitchell palette, which is almost like a yellow, green, and it be too bright. So I'm sort of like, do I take the chance and potentially ruin the look? Or okay, let's just do like a little bit. I think that's helped. I'm not even really sure at this point. Let's just go back to the lower lash line. I think as well, once I've got the gems on the eyes, it'll bring the whole vibe together instead of just being the eyeshadow that I've got now. So yeah, I'll just leave it like that, finish off the lower lash line, and then we can see. Now taking the purple again from the Beauty Bay palette. I'm going to bring this up to meet the green, but just lightly buff and blend. Should I maybe put the green in the inner corner too? Taking a mix of all three of those greens we used, I'm going to place this only on the inner part here so that the green shadow is essentially diagonal from each other. Do the other eye quickly off camera, come back, we can do the eyebrows, the mascara, gems, and then we can do the face. And then hopefully we're looking whimsical, we're looking fairy-like, Tinkerbell-esque. Okay, I think they're even. This is what I'm working with so far. So I'll do brows next and just sticking with the same Beauty Bay palette. I'll mix these two grey shades just so it's a really nice cool tone for my brows. So I think for the inner corner actually, I want to add maybe a bit of brightness and possibly a little bit of a sparkle. I'm looking at this one called Milky in the Made by Mitchell palette, and it looks really pretty. It reflects a little bit of a green tone, which I think will go perfectly with this look because, you know, we've got some green on our eyelid anyway. So I'll take a little bit of that on this brush, Jordana Tica GI E7 brush. Oh, that's super pretty. Do I want to maybe take this even on here? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, oh wow, that's really added to the fairy look. I think maybe I'll take this size of the gems. And then maybe even a smaller one here and here. Okay, yeah, we're getting there. Let me just find my mascara. Here it is, the Revolution Wrap Lash, which is a tube of mascara in the shade Mocha. Now eyes are done. I really like how it came together. So let's do my base now. I did apply my skin prep and a little bit of foundation on my face before I started filming. So let me just get my skin prep. My skin prep was the Rom&nd No. 3 Skin Softening Serum and the Beauty of Joseon SPF 50. My go-to combination of skincare before any makeup look. And the foundation itself was the HMB Soft Focus Airbrush Foundation in the shade LF5N. So I will just put a little bit more on to build up the coverage. Going back to the Catrice powder, set my face with a little powder puff. I have two blush shades that I'm debating between because I'm not sure if this one will show up on my complexion, because I always just use this when I've got my natural pale skin. Because I have such pale skin, this really, let me just open it first without breaking a nail. This really pale strawberry milk blush shows up really nicely, but I'm not too sure if it'll do the same when I've got fake tan on like today. This is the Rom&nd blush in the shade Strawberry Pink, and I'll try this and then we can just see. And if not, I've got this matte blush which Anna actually got me. Shout out to you, Anna, thank you so much. For my birthday she got me this matte blush in the shade Baby Girl, which again, it's a lighter pink. It's definitely brighter and deeper than this one, and it's also got a nice sort of reflective gold shade through it. I think this would just go really nicely because it's more of a pastel blush with today's eye look. Yeah, okay, no. It's just a little bit too similar to the eyeshadow shade. So where I've placed that really pastel purple, it's sort of just blending into it. So yeah, I think I'll take this MAC one in the shade Baby Girl and see if that helps. Yeah, it's still nice and light, but you can definitely see that it adds a little bit of colour. Maybe add the tiniest little bit of bronzer. The Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade 01 Amalfi Glow. For highlighter, I'm taking this one by Clio. It's called the Glass and Highlighter in the shade 01 Moon Glow. It's a really nice pinky sort of highlight, which I think, yeah, will go with this really nicely. Oh, the way that just reflects, you can really see that it's got the pink sort of undertone through it. That's gorgeous. So for my forehead, I won't add the same bronzer we're just using the cheeks because it does have a little bit of a glow. Instead, I'll take the W7 Honolulu bronzer. I'll take Makeup Talk by Morphe first and then we can pick a lipstick. Just cancelling out some of my natural lip pigment. I have used this lipstick an awful lot on my channel recently, but it's just because it's so nice. It goes with so many different makeup looks, lip liners. It's Jordana Tica in the shade Pillow Fight, and it's just a stunning, gorgeous pale pink. I use the Jordana Tica, what is this called? The IT E9 brush just to blend it in. Oh my goodness, the way this has just came together, I'm absolutely in love. Please let me know down below what you think. If you've enjoyed sitting down with me today and see me create this look, then please leave a like and a comment down below, and of course subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.